All right, so sectioning. What I want to do is separate the fringe section first. So I'm going to comb everything straight back to me. I'm going to find tip of her nose, use that as a guide with my eyes, and draw a line back to the crown. So then the next section, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where the head starts to curve, right? So I hold my comb here and I tilt it back just a little bit. That little rock that happens right there, that's going to be my fringe area. So I'll comb that down. Our first parting here. Now I'm going to come down just like this. My aim is for the edge of the eyebrow. And now I've got my triangle section right there. All right, so twist that up, clip it away. So now, next section. So I've got this triangle that I created for the fringe. Now what I want to do is I want to comb the hair kind of back. And I'm going to follow the parietal ridge. It's right where the head starts to curve. So if you even put your comb on the head, kind of rock it back and forth, you'll know where that bend happens. So I'll comb the hair back just like that. And then I'm going to follow that parietal ridge back to the crown area into a point. I'm just going to clip this out of the way for a sec. Hold it in place. Now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side here. Got that to a point in the back. So all this hair that I've now sectioned away on both sides, this is going to be the shortest section. It's going to really create that mullet feel. Now the sides here, I'm going to cut concave, and I'm really going to create short pieces, but then it's going to get long real fast through it. So we're going to take a diagonal back parting to start. So I'll go right here, diagonal back. We want the weight of this haircut to flow off of the face. Bring the hair out, straight out from the head. So I don't want too much over direction. I definitely don't want to over direct back, because what does that do? As soon as I over direct back, pushes the weight towards the face. I want this entire haircut coming off of her face. So you got to make sure it's coming straight out from the head. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide and glide through. And I'm just going to soften as soon as I get to those ends. Okay. So definitely creating disconnection, creating short pieces in there. It pops right off of her face. I'll take half of what I just cut, because now we're traveling. So I take half of that and then pull the hair straight out from the head. A lot of people would think straight out, they go like this and pull it. But what's happening is there's a curve right here in the head shape. And that curve makes me need to come over here and cut it. If I go right here, I'm over directing it. I'm already starting to push a little bit of weight forward. So be really aware that that curve of the head is constantly moving back. You're not cutting on a flat surface. And now I'm gonna slide, glide through, and then lay off that pressure towards the end so I don't cut all the hair off. And now I've got my next section cut. Everything is going to come to this point. Now it's stationary in the back. I want to let that weight, let that movement kind of really start to roll back. So I'll take a section for my guide, and it's coming from this point that we talk about a lot, right? This is the part where this density is all the same. From here to here, this is all the same. Then from here back, this is how thick it is all the way around. Right? So you have to pay attention to that. Now we're working in the thicker part. All right, so straight out from that section. Remember, this is going to be now stationary. So we're straight out, slide, give up in the very back. I can condense it now. What that means is I'm taking this pretty much this entire section. I'm going to comb it up and cut it. So you can see these short pieces, how they come off the face there. But then you've got that length already. But then because we over directed everything from this center back and brought it to behind the ear, you pull a little bit of extra length, which to me makes this haircut a little more versatile, a little more connected in the back. So we're gonna do the same thing. Now, this doesn't have to be identical, but it has to be very close. So it's nice and soft, right? So you got those like kind of wispier parts in there. So that's where I wanna cut. I want to start this cut. I want to create that kind of vibe. All right, so vertical line straight down the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around here, and I want to leave some heaviness in the fringe. So I don't want to layer it fully like this. So I'm not going to hold it straight up. I want to drop my elevation a slight bit So it's more right along the lines of this coming out from the head. And then that's going to be the basis of the entire top that we're going to cut. Like that. And I'm going to work this carving comb back and forth and draw a line. So now I've got these two pieces of the triangle here, right? I'm going to take this piece of the triangle, go right to this one. Over to me. In my hand. Here, slight elevation. Cut it. That gives me a nice angled fringe. Same thing on this side. Over to me. Over to the middle. Elevation. Hit fingers parallel to that parting, that triangle. Work it down. When we end up with the shortest point in the center and a couple longer points towards the outside, even a straggler there. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of pinch cut some of these pieces just slightly to match it up to the length that I want it. I'm going to let that out. I'm going to comb all of that forward. Now I'm going to go straight down, part that away. I've got my scissor. Now I'm standing right here. I've got my guide from the previously cut fringe section, and I'm going to elevate it up, and I'm going to point cut to match kind of my razored feel. All of this the same length, following the round of the head 90 degrees. Same thing. I'm going to draw a section next to it. This is all going to be traveling, following the head shape, straight up from where it lives. And all the other Mizutani scissors, which we have payment plans for, so you guys can just break it up so it's not so crazy if you need scissors. So now that we've done that, I'm going to throw in a little bit of Joico Defy Damage. So I'll put a little bit of that in my hand. This is going to help. It's a thermal protectant. All right, so now I'm going to start with a flat wrap technique. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, iron it, and then I'm going to go in and take out some weight in certain areas, mess around with this length here, because this is all not really cut hair right now, right? So all of this needs to be cut into before the haircut can be called, complete. I want it to have a slight bend to it, especially for doing the dry cutting stuff that I'm going to be doing. Later on, you can always smooth it straight if you want to, or whatever fits the style, or curl it, whatever. But for cutting, I like to have that slight bevel so I can see the weight when I go in to do my detail work. Now, I'm going to do some dry cutting techniques. All right, so I'm going to work through the top first. I just want to really create a little bit more texture in there and connect some of these pieces. Kind of cross-check. That's what we're going to do at this point. So cut everything vertical straight down the head. Now I'm going to cut everything side to side and just bring it in. All right, so now I'm going to go in and just softly cut into this fringe. So I want to keep that roundness to this little bit here. So now you guys know me, so I'm going to do a little bit of tease cutting here. So I'm just going to pinch some of these pieces. I'm going to go through here and just pick apart some of this. I like that it's a lot longer and disconnected, but you got to have some pieces, especially if she's going to wear it a little bit curlier. That's always nice to have some shorter pieces in there. So a tease cut, those of you guys that don't know, is a half open, half closed. So you slide the scissor in and half close it and then bring it back out. Slide it in, half close it, bring it back out. And that's it. So you're cutting into the hair, you're kind of teasing into it. Same thing on this side. So now I want to, I love this shape here of this hair. So what I want to do is just collapse. As I feel the head shape, that's where I want to start cutting. So I go 100% cutting side, just like this. And I'm going to work just a little bit of that upper area of the hair all the way around. And you'll start to see how it'll bevel a bit in the shape. I'm going to go in just a slight bit and slide to connect that all together and kind of open up the face a bit. So this is the Brilliant Glow Brightening Oil. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that in my hand because what I want to do is I want to add shine and I want to add a little bit of separation using this oil. So it smells good too. All right, so I'd start working that product in. I want it to have a little bit of a kind of oil slicked feel to it. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of texture spray in here.